really enjoying talking to people and building a community online. Sure. So when I was in school, I was cosplaying already, but I had never done streaming. And I also, at the time, had never made any kind of video content. But I had a friend who just said that they felt like I would be good at it and I should just try it out and that it could be fun. So I tried it out and I just kind of gave myself a chance and said, if I don't like it, I'm just going to stop. There's no pressure on me whether I like it or not. So I tried it. I ended up really enjoying talking to people and building a community online. So I think some of the stuff that I enjoy the most about it is that it's very interactive. In a way, when I started as a content creator, I was doing a lot of cosplay photo content on Instagram. But in a way, even though you can reply to comments, it's really not as personal as talking to someone kind of on a live stream. So that's some of the stuff I like the most about it, is just getting to meet my community in real time. And even if I don't get to meet them in real time, it's just a lot more interactive than talking to someone through comments on a post. I think that the focus of my channel is actually become more of just chatting. And so I am definitely not a pro gamer. I don't play a lot of, I would say like extreme fine-tuned skill-oriented games, like maybe an FPS game or competitive games. I don't think I've really done more than maybe 1 or 2 streams where I was doing any competitive gaming. And by competitive, I just mean like a PvP kind of stream. So it's always more of like a laid-back, chill talking thing.
Hey babe, what's wrong? You barely touched your Amogus cake.
The picture, maybe it'll be Yuji making out with someone from Genshin. I'm kidding. No, I didn't say that. And I feel like I get pretty personal with my streams just in terms of talking about maybe like funny stories that have happened. Like anytime maybe something that was like a bad event happens, or like something that you could say was like, I don't know, low-key emotionally traumatizing. You're like, you know what? I think this would be a funny story for everyone, because now that it's over and I survived that, I think like some of those things, it just turns into funny stories that people enjoy hearing about. Or even when like talking about very relatable like struggles that everyone kind of goes through every day. I think that also kind of gets new viewers more comfortable about talking, because it's like if I'm sharing a story and being very emotionally vulnerable about it, I think it makes people feel more comfortable. Like there isn't this like wall where it's, you know, a new viewer might think, oh, I'm too afraid to say something. I can't talk to this person. There's this barrier. And so I think I make it very friendly, and then my chat enjoys talking about those things too. So I think it's a very, very cozy environment for me. When I stream, it's pretty late at night because I work on Pacific time. So after that, I want to eat dinner and then I stream. So it's kind of just something for me and also the people with me to wind down, or people say that they're like studying for school, or just like having a chill night. So I think that that's the environment that people can expect. I'd say definitely. In today's streaming, my last stream I did was like a very long face cam stream, but over time I was switching over to doing more VTubing because it was just a lot more easier for me to prepare. Because if I'm cosplaying, it usually takes me about at least like 1 to 2 hours just to get into cosplay. It could take you like anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour for makeup, and then 30 minutes to an hour just for putting on the cosplay and putting on the wig and restyling it. Because you can't, well, you could just take stuff out of the bag and put it on, but it's always nice to style things a little bit. So if I know I'm going to do a cosplay stream, I know, okay, I need to factor in at least this 2-hour window for me to get into cosplay. But I felt like it's been really worth it because it's, for me, I really enjoy cosplaying. And then I think it's, like I said, it's so fun and exciting to talk with other people who are also really into the show or the game or fandom that you're talking about. And when I started streaming, so I think my experience with the internet was definitely as a cosplay content creator before I became a streamer. So all the streamers I knew were my friends who were cosplayers. So I thought there was this huge crossover between cosplayers and streamers, and that just a bunch of streamers also cosplayed, but that actually wasn't the case. And it was actually a very like small portion of what I thought. So I think that definitely did help my channel growth, because it wasn't something that just like everyone was doing. And like I said, it takes so much time and effort to get into cosplay that if someone is a cosplayer and wants to stream, I think it can definitely help your channel. But you should also not chain yourself to the commitment like I have to cosplay every time, because that's definitely going to burn you out. It should be something that when you feel like you want to do it and you have the time, it would be really great for your stream. But I think it's definitely helped because you see a lot of people playing a game, and then you see someone who's playing the game that's dressed as a character from the game. I think when I see something like that, I'm like, oh my gosh, that gets me so excited to see like that this person is dressed up as this character from this game. So I think that can definitely help channel growth. The thing I like the most about cosplaying is becoming friends with other people who also enjoy cosplaying and also enjoy a certain fandom as much as I enjoy it. And when I started, I actually had like no cosplay friends at all. So I got into cosplay because at the time I was watching Ruby and I really enjoyed the show Ruby. So I thought I'd really like to go to anime convention just once to see what it was like. And it was just going to be a one-time thing. Wanted to pick a character where I felt like the cosplay wasn't too big of a commitment. It wasn't something I would have considered at the time as a new cosplayer too out there. And maybe something I would say was like out here is maybe if someone's doing like a like Catgirl maid or something. I was like, that's very like deep into like the anime cosplay scene. And at the time, I think I was still kind of like embarrassed about it. And so I chose something that was like a little bit more low key. And I went to the con. And when I was at the convention, I was just so blown away by all of the cosplays I saw. And I had so much fun that I thought, I want to do this again next year. And I want to make my cosplay better. And it was really inspiring to see other people who were just so skilled at crafting or putting a character together. So through going to those, that's when I started my Instagram, and through Instagram, I started making some friends online, and some of them were local to me. And now, like 5 years later, I would say that I probably talk to more to people that I met through cosplaying and like social media and streaming. And I think it's just been so cool to see that I have this really like niche hobby that's that aligns so well with my friends. So other than that, I think it's just really fun to feel like the character. It's a really great conversation starter when you're at a convention, because people who like the same fandom, they'll come talk to you about it, and you're also really excited about the fandom. So you just have a lot to discuss. Even before I was cosplaying, I had an interest in makeup, and also I always liked dressing up. So I think just all of these things coming together of like dressing up, makeup, and then also really liking certain shows or video games, or now I do some VTuber cosplays as well. So getting to talk to other people who just enjoy those things as much as I do has been really great. I think for me, the best way that I made friends was through becoming mutuals on Instagram. So if you're a mutual with someone, you know that they're also equally interested in the kind of content you're making. And it's kind of more of like a casual friend, but I wouldn't say it's like, you know, your friendship is something that could be like super strong and genuine just yet. It's kind of like a new friendship. And then through that, you can see if maybe any of them are going to your local event. So that's kind of how things happen for me. It's like, oh, hey, we've been mutuals for a while. I didn't know you're actually local to my area. Are you going to this really big convention, like this large convention that's here? And then you can meet up at the convention. With meeting people on the internet, you need to be very mindful of your safety. So I think cons are a really great way to meet people, since it's a pretty public environment. You're cosplaying, and maybe someone that you're friends with from Instagram is also cosplaying. So it's a great way to meet face to face while you're also doing the hobby that both of you are really passionate about. I think that I have probably two characters that I would say are my favorites to cosplay on stream so far. And part of it goes into like, I think how comfortable it is. And then I just think that my personality matches these characters more. And I think my two favorite characters to cosplay so far have been Garguda, who's a VTuber from Hololive, and also Hu Tao, who is the character that I main in Genshin Impact. And both of those cosplays are way more comfortable than my other ones. And I think that both of those characters are just really fun, outgoing, and silly. And I think that just goes really well with kind of the things that I put on stream as well, and kind of the conversations that we talk about. So I would say that those are my two favorite, because I can wear the cosplay and sit in my chair for a long time. And at the same time, I think a lot of people who enjoy like fun, silly conversations and content, they also really like those characters too. Thank you again so much for watching. I'm Kyatorin, Kyatorin. You can find me as Kyatorin on most of my socials. Otherwise, it's going to be Kyatorin Cos with a COS at the end. I usually stream on Twitch weekday nights, and you can expect VTuber cosplay streams. I'll be at Anime Expo in July, so if you're there, make sure to come say hi. And you can keep up with announcements if you join my Discord on my Twitch page, or keep up with my Twitter. Thank you.